There's major concern that ongoing factional wrestling within the PAC may see the idealism of Pan Africanism disappearing from the country's political landscape. Observers say the infighting is likely to see the PAC lose the only seat it has in Parliament in next year's elections. Here's a look at the highlights of this week's political events, which were dominated by the ongoing infighting in the former liberation movement.
The Pan Africanist Congress under the microscope. Its three-day conference in Kimberley, in the Northern Cape, brought infighting within the party into focus once again. Mzwanele Nyoncho is the party's new president. He was formerly the party's deputy president under Letlapa Mphahlele's leadership in 2015. Mphahlele was later expelled from the party as the conference that elected him was declared invalid. Nereus Moloto, who snapped the conference, has slammed it as illegal. He says he remains the leader of the party and has already opened a fraud case against the organizers.
Now, we do not even understand why they're being called faction. For us, there are non-issues that are outside the PAC. These people are not our members. What they are doing, they are polluting the PAC space deliberately so, and they do so at all times when the elections are approaching.
Nyoncho maintains he was elected by a legitimate structure of the PAC.
As far as we are concerned, the issue around Mr. Moloto, it's a history now. Mr. Moloto, the only time he finds relevance in anything, it is when he's reacting to our own activities. You can go on record on that one.
Some observers are concerned the infighting may lead to the end of Pan-Africanism in South Africa.
Factionalism is the great tragedy of Pan-Africanism in this country, and it's not new. It started in the 1960s after the PAC was formed in exile. And it is a great pity because in the same time as you don't want too many parties in a democracy, if there are sizable numbers of voters who have a particular belief, you want that belief to be represented.
He says the party faces the possibility of losing its parliamentary seat in the next elections.
It's a great pity that the parties that they should be able to vote for continually fight among each other, continually squabble, continually split. We are now really at a situation where it is very possible that because of these splits there will be no Pan-Africanist party in the next parliament, and that will be a great pity because then you have, as I said, 5 or 6% even or more of South African voters who should have that voice.
The public spat between the EFF and the South African Editors Forum, SANEF, also drew a lot of attention. SANEF lodged a complaint with the Equality Court against EFF leader Julius Malema and his party for threatening journalists on various platforms, including social media. SANEF wanted the Equality Court to interdict Malema from making the threats and harassment directed at journalists. In return, the EFF has accused SANEF and some journalists of being biased in their reporting. They say SANEF is trying to shut down the EFF in order to campaign for the ANC. Some analysts believe the spat raises the question on the role of the media and the rise of political parties. They say the parties and the media need to be engaged in a relationship based on mutual respect and honesty. Montlengani Dipoko, SABC News, Johannesburg.